Hey everyone, this is Dr. Theresa Nicassio from theresanicassio.com. And I am really sorry. I want to start with an apology because last month I didn't do my monthly or so Facebook Live where I know I had mentioned about Rachel Parent being on the show the month before, but if you haven't yet seen her show, Rachel Parent is the founder of Kids Right to Know, as well as several other great things. And she is really, it's not just about Kids Right to Know, it's also about, GMO labeling. It's also about empowerment for all of us. And as you probably know, Rachel Parent, she is... she's renowned. Since she was 11, she has been advocating for the environment, for our health, for food safety, food security, human rights, animal rights, all kinds of great things. And it's a wonderful show. If you go to TheresaNicassio.com, you can find her. You just click on her picture, her page, and you can hear about hear our conversation, which is phenomenal. And it'll be up there for a long time, if not forever. Anyway, but I also want to give you the heads up about this month. We are starting, kind of, I guess, sort of started last month, but more indirectly. But we are starting a fantastic, hi Sandy, a fantastic alternative health series. And this is going to be a really fun show, a very interesting show for December. I wanted to have something, I want to say lighter, although if you can qualify it as light, I'm not sure. But Udo Erasmus, Dr. Udo Erasmus, who is the founder of and the creator of Udo's Choice Oils, that's how you would know him. He does a lot of other stuff too. But he's going to be on, and most importantly, I would love to share with you his incredible story. Udo is now, he's, I think, around 77, 78 years old, and you would think he was maybe 60. He's in amazing health, but his story is really riveting. He was born during and lived through the World War II. He was in Poland and lived through some of those very difficult times. And then with his family, I think he was 10 or 11 when they were refugees, and they came to Canada. And they ended up going to northern Canada, in a really remote area, and with no electricity, nothing extra, and living off the land. And he's got some amazing stories on his journey and survival. And then he actually worked spraying plants with pesticides, of all things, and he ended up getting poisoned. And along the way, he got a genetics degree, a zoology degree, a psychology degree, and then ended up getting a PhD in nutrition for his work that he had done that was in one of the most prestigious medical journals in the world. But then also he had written a thing about what he discovered about fats and oils. So we're going to learn about how he came upon that, because all of us now, we know about omega-3s and flax oil and that kind of thing. But I don't know about you, but I didn't know kind of where this all came from and brought to the surface. And it was actually Udo Erasmus, who did that. So I'm super excited. And he's actually a local Canadian. And again, a really delightful, it's going to be a delightful show. Anyway, so that's for this month. And again, part of the launching this alternative health series, which is going to be phenomenal. Next month in January, Dr. Stephanie Seneff, the MIT researcher who has been linking the dots around why we know that things like glyphosate, the pesticides, cause health problems. And she's going to talk about pesticides and health, because she's this brilliant mind researcher and has been looking at the epidemiologic research and data and seeing about the connections with things like autism and cancer and you name it. She's been doing a great thing, so I can't wait to share her with you. That'll be January's show. And just to give you a little heads up for what's happened after that, February, we're going to have another Canadian, great Canadian, Dr. Natasha, why am I blocking on her name? I have another a psychologist friend, Natasha Farradas in my name. Natasha Turner, Dr. Natasha Turner is going to be on the show, and she's the one who wrote The Hormone Diet and The Carb-Sensitive Person. And personally, she has had, her work was inspiring for me and is actually what helped me turn my life around. Was doing some of the things that she did with an elimination diet, and I have personal gratitude for her, but also gratitude for all she's been doing for everyone, and probably a lot of you. She's had an impact. And then in March, we have Dr. Gail Wexler coming on, who she's going to talk about visceral manipulation, the Burrell method of visceral manipulation. And this is literally like a missing link, guys, in health that most people don't know about. And with this alternative health series, what I'm wanting to do is expose you to a lot of things, and it doesn't mean you should do anything, but to understand what's available, more about what's available, cutting edge. And as some of you know, it was kind of slow in the uptake, but there was a recent finding in the conventional medical system that discovered that they said there's a new organ in the body. There's a new organ, and it's the fascia. It's the connective tissue. Well, it actually is really important, but people like Jean-Paul Burrell, he has known this for a long time. And so these osteopathic techniques that he does that actually have been helping people in ways that will surprise you, which Gail will be talking about in March. And then in April, Dr. Tom OBrien is going to be on the show. And everybody knows Tom OBrien. He's hilarious and brilliant, and he's making huge differences. And he's going to be talking about reversing or at least reversing autoimmune disease, which is becoming a big thing going on in the world. So he's just very practical, down to earth, and he just says things in plain English, which is phenomenal. And I'm trying to remember now, it's in July, I think. July, we have Dr. Paul Anderson who's going to be on, who he specializes in, he co-wrote a book called Out of the Box Cancer Treatments, and he is a phenomenal thinker, and he's been doing some great work particularly around brain cancer, but it applies to everything. Glioblastoma has been one of his primary areas of study. So he's going to be sharing some of his tips around cancer treatment and empowering all of you when you listen to the show. And I think we haven't set a specific date, but I've been in conversation with the head of the lymph drainage program, the VODR program, VODR International, and her name is Grace Dudinsky, and she has said that she might be willing, we just have to figure out a date. She is willing, but we have to figure out a date to come on the show and let you know a little bit about what lymph drainage is. Again, new to the understanding in our modern medical system. Just like within the last 50 or 60 years, they've discovered it in the system, and it's quite powerful. And I know many of you also have been dealing probably with lymphedema issues or different kinds of things. And so she's going to open up some of that world in that conversation whenever we get her on. So on that note, I just want to say thanks for all of you who are here today and joining me, and I'm sending love to all of you, and I hope you can join us for the show. I have not been sending tons out yet about the promotion so that you can have that easy link, but I'll put one here, and I'll try to do a little bit more information out, and so you can check out about Udo and later some of the upcoming guests, as well as listening to some of the past guests or just looking at their amazing life work. And as you all know, the Dr. Theresa Nicassio show is about helping us, make the world together, coming together in community to make the world a kinder, healthier, and more sustainable place. And it's made possible because of our wonderful sponsors. sponsor, New Roots Herbal, who produce some of the highest quality nutritional supplements and food items. And I feel really blessed that they're on our team and really care and making a difference. So on that note, Theresa Nicassio from teresanicassio.com, and I look forward to sharing more good stuff with you. If there's anything special you're interested in, let me know. You can write it down there or message me, and I look forward to sharing the end of this year with you and then kicking off another fantastic year in 2020. All right, adios for now. Okay, bye-bye.